What's up guys? First of all, yes, I realize I haven't uploaded for a little while, but no worries. From now on, you will be getting consistent videos once again. Now this very video you're about to see is just a little older. That's because I still have a lot of quality content to show you guys, so enjoy the video and thank you for your golden support. Alrighty guys, we are at the gym and we are going to train the back and the abs. Before we do that, I actually already had my pre-workout, Vayu Nitro X. Nitro X means it's the best version of the pre-workout available at Vayu. Big scoop size, 46 grams. However, I only took half of it because we are still recovering from being sick a couple of days ago. So yesterday we did a chest workout, which went pretty well. So today digestion has improved. Actually feeling, well, not hungry, but looking forward to meals again, which is something I usually always do. But when you're sick, your appetite goes so much down. You're like, I don't even want to eat this delicious cream of rice meal anymore, which is impossible to think about where you're not sick. But anyway, we're going to see how this workout goes. And as always, we're going to create the intra workout. So this is going to be, as always, the Vayu Intra, 60 grams of this. The flavor, by the way, is peach. And as I always say, when it tastes amazing, you are far more likely to drink more water. As you can see, this is a very big bottle and I fill it almost all the way up, which means about 2 liters of water I'm drinking during the workout. And this is the best scenario where I can show you where hydration is important, because after being sick, hydration remains the most important thing, even more important than food. The first day that I was sick, I didn't even eat, well, I ate pretty much nothing. The only thing I ate was, and I only know the Dutch word for this, beschuit met muisjes, which is a tradition you eat after your child is born, but it's like, how do you even, it's like, yeah, it's like a biscuit with on top, what is nice? with like a spice, sweet spice topping. But the spice, and I'm gonna tell the editor the name of this so we can put it right here, but that actually prevents sickness as well, so nausea. So my girlfriend Marley, when she was nauseated from pregnancy, and after pregnancy, they told her to eat a lot of that, and it took away a little bit of the nauseating feeling. And for me it did as well, but that's the only thing I ate the whole day. So that was a 5,000 calorie deficit pretty much. And then I lost 3 kilos, but that's mostly water weight. So now we're up at, we came from 120.8 and now I'm 118.6 this morning. So it's slowly going up again. And that's always the thing. As a bodybuilder, you lose all your weight within a day and it takes like more than a week to get it back. But yeah, the most important thing is recovery. So the workout of today, we're just gonna, get as much weight going as possible for muscle retention and possibly now muscle building, as I'm finally going to be able to eat in a caloric surplus today. But that was the intra workout. So Vayu Intra, some creatine, some L-carnitine, and the last ingredient, some salt. This is still from Portugal from last year when I did the Portugal Pro, which I won't be doing this year. Anyway, let's train the back. Alrighty, so we're gonna train the back. And one of my favorite ones is a high row. So the only difference between a high row and a pull down is with the high row, this bench is simply further away, changing the angle from a pull down to more of a row. And it's not a regular row, but a high row. So not a horizontal row, but actually, kind of an angled row like this. And it allows you for more range of motion in the upper back, for a better squeeze, and for more back thickness as opposed to lat thickness. So let's go, warm up a couple of times, and then go very heavy. All right, working set time. As you can see, the gym pin is filled very highly with a lot of weight, with 80x weightlifting plates, 50 kilos. So let's pray this cable will hold. Yes, I weigh lighter now, so difficult. Oh, nice. 10 good reps, and with good reps I mean mind muscle connection was there. When you're doing a high row for the upper back, what you truly want to feel is a contraction. Yes, a stretch is very important for hypertrophy mediated stimulus, but the contraction here, then you truly know you're in control of the weight. So full stretch, full contraction for that back thickness. Final working set time, let's do this. Okay, that was a nice one. High row, and now it's time for a horizontal row. All right. So as always, logging lifts. Name of this logging app is Simple Workout Log. A lot of people ask me this on stories. So I just logged the 4 sets I did previously, and now I'm gonna see, okay, I did 14 reps of 85 kilos on the unilateral chest supported horizontal row, the cable row. So I need to match that. Oh. Oh. Whew. So if you looked closely, you could see that the cable was parallel to my lower arm, because then the tension goes in a more efficient manner towards the lats, as opposed to, for example, if the cable is too high, my arm would have to do this, cable is too low, I have to do this, but if you keep it nice and straight, the transfer of force is way more efficient and it targets the muscle a lot more. I'm only doing 2 working sets on this one. In my opinion, the unilateral movements require a lot of focus and actually more effort than the bilateral movements, because you really have to focus on the contraction here a whole lot. And if I do 3 working sets here, it doesn't really provide much more stimulus compared to 2. So I'm gonna stick to 2 here. But that means both of those working sets I have to give it my all. So let's go. Oh. Woo. Also here, mind-muscle connection, super important. Because if you don't get it here, you know, with this is kind of a lat row, so I kept my shoulder down, elbow close to the body. And if you don't get a contraction then, you're doing something wrong, because you don't even have to go all the way back. You should only go where your elbow kind of meets your side, a little bit to the back, you will already feel a great contraction. And if you don't, simply lower the weight, guys. Don't be ashamed of it. I lowered the weight quite a lot as well, compared to, for example, years ago, where I climbed very quickly in strength, but I didn't have the back that I do right now. So look at the results. If you're not happy with your back, yet you are putting up high numbers, something is wrong. All right, we're about to do the assisted pull-up machine. And why? Well, I want to work a bit more on back thickness and of course width overall, because the bigger the V-taper, the better it is for classic physique. But I first, as you saw, did a rowing movement. The second movement is also a rowing movement. And the third one is actually a pull-down movement, which is the assisted pull-down. So what I'm going to do is the grip width is going to be shoulder width. And I'm gonna keep my elbows close to the body, allowing for a lat contraction. And I'm gonna stick around the 10 to 12 plus rep range to make sure that you know, we keep the form and execution correct, to really target those lats and not you know, accidentally work on the rhomboids and traps, for example. So I'm gonna rest a little bit more, and then I'm gonna move straight to a working set. Whew. Feels very good in the very lower lats where you want to feel it. And when you know when you hit failure, when you can't go up as high anymore and you start going lower and lower, then you simply have to end the set. I'm gonna do one more set of this, and then we completed 3 working sets on this one. That was the final back compound movement. Now it's time for some nice pullovers. KO pullover time. We're doing the full stack. Why is that important? Well, I think here a slightly heavier weight is very nice because you want to emphasize the stretch. However, you don't want to make the weight so heavy that you can't put a contraction anymore. You still want full range of motion, but the emphasis will be on the stretch. So, and still the reps have to be, you know, 10 plus at least here. If you don't, it's going to turn into a compound, and you don't want an isolation to turn into anything else but an isolation where only the back is worked. So medium grip, about shoulder width. Let's go. Up. Yeah. 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 All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Oh. Woo. Yep. This is pullover done. Isolation movements for this, I like to do 2 working sets. And now it's time to work on the lower back. All right, time for the hyperextension on the glute hip bridge with 30 kilos resistance, just holding the weight. So I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. And haven't really worked the lower back specifically for a long time, but after implementing this, I can feel some improvements already. And the whole posterior chain needs to be improved, so this is part of it. And this is one of the, nicest movements that I can do to truly isolate the lower back without fatiguing any other muscle part. Yep, that's what causes a very good lower back pump, guys. Oh, fuck. Poof. Yeah. Yep, the lower back is empty. So now it's time for the biceps. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna do the classic cable curls from on top. So it's like doing a front double bicep, but I'm doing it unilaterally to make sure to fully focus on the biceps and to not be distracted by 2 arms at the same time. So let's just go to failure, maybe with this one. Let's see how light it is. So let's go. Up. It's too light still, so it's a warm-up set. And by the way, the position of your arm should be natural, so the only way to do this movement is how it feels the best. So you can go all the way back, you can go like this, but this feels the most natural as how the joint in the arm wants to move, so don't go against the grain. Up. Woo. Lactic acid burn, guys. That is what you want to feel. So what I'm focusing on here is the peak contraction, and I can feel now that it's filled with blood. So what you want to do is here, if you look at the execution, when I'm all the way like this, the cable is not perpendicular to my upper arm, meaning the tension is less. So the stretch here is not under full tension, but the contraction, then my upper arm is in line with the cable, meaning there's a maximum force pulling on my bicep. And when you then focus on the maximum contraction, the peak contraction, you truly do feel that, and it actually hurts in a good way. Oh, no. Oh, I should have started with left, because the left is a lot weaker than the right. It's weird because on some bicep movements it's the other way around, so it's always testing it out. It's been a long time since I've done this one. And since the biceps actually feel very fried right now, I was going to do another bicep movement, but instead, also keeping in mind I still have to recover from the illness I had before, I'm going to move on straight to the abdominal cable crunch. Opa. Oh, whew. Oh, yeah, that feels just about right. Felt fatiguing really quickly, so this is just going to be a maintenance set for the abs, and that's what I think is most important in the off-season anyway. You don't necessarily want to work on increasing ab size a whole lot. It'll automatically happen through progressive overload, but you don't want to hit tons of sets on this one. So that was the entire workout. And now it is time to eat because I am hungry. Let's go. Alright, so I got home, got my post-workout meal in, which was cream of rice with some Vayu Final Protein chocolate flavor. And after that I had a rice meal. In the background you hear some chaos, but hey, that's normal. And then I have another rice meal, which I'm going to show you right now. So, I am currently loving this meal right here. So this is 300 grams of cooked rice with 200 grams of vegetable mixture. So with bell pepper, red and green. We have some mushrooms, we have some zucchini. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course golden rice, so with some turmeric infused and plenty of Himalayan pink salt. And then about 250 grams of white fish. This is called a hake fillet. And yeah, this tastes really good. I'm also going to be adding one of these fruits to it, probably just a simple apple, and that'll complete this meal. And this, I have this pretty much 3 times a day, cream of rice 2 times a day, and then last meal will be rice just like this, but then with a salmon instead of a white fish. Alright, before it's time for the last meal of the day, Laura is first in line with her last meal of the day, the most anabolic substance on the planet. Anabolic breast milk, and she likes it a lot. It's the healthiest thing a baby can possibly consume. She almost finished the whole bottle. There's also a little bit of cream of rice in here, and after this I'm going to tuck her in. That was the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what next you want to see, because a lot more is coming. Thanks for the golden support, and of course, don't forget to stay